Good Davach, everybody. So, no, for Achenu b'nei Sfar, the Sfardim have been saying Slichos the whole month. But for, for us slackers, Ashkenazim, so we start Slichos tonight. So I'll tell you a Maisa. It's a well-known story. It's a famous Maisa. It's a Slichos Dika Maisa. It's a Maisa about Rav Yussie Zakutinsky. Rav Yussie Zakutinsky was known from all the Tzadikim. He was called like the fisherman of the students of the Baal Shem Tov. He would go out and carve neshamas to bring them back to Avinu Shebashamayim. So the Maisa goes like this: that in the town of Sasav, it was a well-known thing that Slichos, the Slichos night, and all the early mornings of Slichos, Rabbi Shaleb, never showed up to shul. He was never there for Slichos. He always came later by davening. And so this created a big commotion amongst the town. The Chassidim, they would say, why is Rabbi Shaleb not by Slichos? Because he's in Shemaim. He goes to Shemaim. That's what the Chassidim would say. And the Misnagdim would say, he's not by Slichos because he's oversleeping. He's sleeping. He's not. That's why. So there were two Misnagdim that took it upon themselves to taka find out what's going on with Rav Yussie Zakutinsky before Slichos. Is he just in bed? Is he going somewhere else? What's the deal? You want to get to the bottom of it. He's certainly not going to Shemayim. It's like, what's going on? So this is the mice that happens. They get up extremely early. Earlier than anyone would possibly wake up earlier, even to go to Slichos early, and they hide in the bushes, behind Rav Yussie house, to see what's going on, to stake out the situation, and they see what happens is that very, very early, again before anyone else is waking up for Slichos, Rav Yussie, there's movement in the house. They notice that the lights go on and so on, and they see that it's Rav Yussie. And he opens the door and he's leaving. He looks around, makes sure no one's watching, and he leaves the house. But what's interesting is that he's leaving the house not with his regular, bekasha, kapata, whatever it is. He's wearing a peasant jacket with a peasant cap, and he's carrying with him an axe and a sack. As he's going, it's a strange sight. So they're following this, and with a distance, making sure that he doesn't see them. And they notice that he's going all the way out to the forest. And he goes to a place of Rishus Harabim, public domain. It's not owned by anyone in particular. And he begins chopping down trees, chopping down little branches. And he gathers together this firewood, and he gathers it in his sack, and he continues on. It's strange. And they continue on watching him and following him, until eventually he gets all the way to the edge of town. And he sees this little shack, this little hub of a place. And he goes, and he knocks on the door. And they're noticing this, that opens the door, lo and behold, is this old almana, this old widow. And she opens the door, and he says, hi. She doesn't recognize who he is. And he says, hi, I'm here, I'm selling firewood. Do you need any firewood? And so she says, the truth is I do need some firewood, but I don't have the money to pay. So he's like, okay, don't worry, you owe me the money. It's no big deal. I'll be back. You'll pay me back when you can. It's no big deal. And she says, thank you so much. But the truth is, I don't know how to. It's heavy for me. I'm a little bit of an older woman. I don't know how to start a fire. I don't know what to do. So she says, don't worry, I'll take care of it for you. It's no problem. She says, really, it's I should pay you for your time. He says, don't worry. So when you pay me for the wood, you throw in an extra kopek and don't worry about it. So Rav Moshe was going, and the woman goes to wherever she goes, and he goes to the fireplace outside a little bit, and to the stove, and he begins to cut the wood into smaller pieces and to stoke a fire. And the two Misnagdim over here, that while he's putting the wood in the fire and getting the fire ready, he's saying L'cha Hashem Tzedakah v'lo nabashes upon him. He's saying Slichos by heart. So that's the Maisa. So the two Misnagdim go back to town. And obviously everyone, slowly but surely they heard, that these two guys, they followed Rav Yussie, they found out where he goes. So the Chassidim go to them and they say, no, is it taka true that the Rebbe goes to Shemaim Slichos night? So he said, the response is, Shemaim. Probably higher. He goes even higher than Shemaim. That's where he goes. That's how a person comes into Yom Noraim, it's not possible for a Jew to go into Yom Noraim by himself. With all the schusim that a person can possibly have, it's impossible. The only way to go in is with other Yidden. That's the only way to go into Yom Noraim like that. And so and then when a person has chsadim and mesiras nefesh, bagashrim subaruchnis for other Yidden, like Rav Yussie did, to give up his slichos, to help out an almana that he knew is going to be cold and alone, That's the biggest chos. That's higher than Shemayim itself. Hashem should help us. We should be zachet to connect to that place that's higher than Shemayim. And with that, to come into Slichos and to come into the Yom Hadin with confidence and security, and knowing that the Rebbeinu, like the Torah says, the Rebbeinu will do nisim and neflois for us and will give us a good year, Shana Tov Masuka, on all levels, a year of Gulas and Yeshuas. Tzadikim, Amen.